DC here. Hi, guys and gals. Well, hope you're all well. Today's Wednesday, yeah, and it's really quite nice outside today, but I've heard they're going to have rain for the rest of the week or some days. We'll see if they're right or not. So let me see. What will I talk about today? Well, I saw something that made me laugh, actually. I think we'll call it Where's the Beef? It was in the New York Times, and it's. Have you ever looked on? There's different recipe pages on the web, of course. I mean, I was going to say the internet is the biggest cookbook in the universe. But you've probably, I mean, for years and years and years, I've been going on a site called Epicurious, and it has some very good recipes. I mean, it's one amongst many other sites. And the title was Epicurious Has a Beef with Beef. Oh, blogger's itch. And, well, the thing is that this website has decided that from now on, what does it say? The popular cooking website will not publish new beef recipes over concerns about climate change. We think of this decision not as anti-beef, but rather pro-planet, the article said. Oh, would it be a pun if I said bull? Anyway, so they have said that they are no longer going to feature recipes with beef, not other meat, beef, as an ingredient because of the cattle industry's effects on climate change. I mean, what's going on? They said they're not going to take off their old recipes. So, is there a little bit of hypocrisy there or something? So, they were just saying, that, for example, there were, where was it? Something like 50 of their most popular recipes were with beef. And I won't go through the whole article, but then, of course, they were saying that the news was not received well. I'm not surprised, especially in certain parts of the country, meaning America in this case. And of course, people tend to want to share their recipes and so on. Animal lovers said that they didn't go far enough. Surprise, surprise. They said, of course, if you're going to stop, you got to stop recipes with chicken and so on. Others argues it could be worse with the planet. One person said if you take cattle away from the ranches and the land will be sold and it'll be developed for housing, not pro-planet. What else now? There's been a few facetious remarks like, well, okay, less people go to Epicurious, so be using less electricity, which means less carbon footprint, and so on. So, yeah, of course, no surprise. PETA, those strange people, of course, said it was a terrific first step. Yeah. Well, anyway, I find it really kind of interesting. What is interesting, though, is that they said notably absent from the conversation was any bold, brazen outrage from top chefs and social media savvy cooks. Well, of course not. I mean, can you be anti-woke? No, so of course, they're not going to go against, that coalition. Now, are they? Anyway, so I guess that from now on, we're going to have, we're probably going to have, only recipes with super processed vegan food. That's probably going to be the way. They said that their the article says that the big competitor, which is Bon Appetit, you've probably been to that site as well, they didn't respond, so we don't know if they're going to make a similar change. Of course, if you think about, I was just going to say, if you think about the political situation right now, they probably will. They probably will. So let me see now. Some people were saying, oh, well, there'll be more recipes with veggie burgers and fish. Of course, if they only go for fish, then there won't be any fish left, will there? So I guess we might have to eat grass before long. Don't cows eat grass? Doesn't that mean that the proteins basically from the cows are vegetable-based? The cows are vegans. course, we aren't. But we're eating their proteins. Okay, yeah. I can almost imagine that there'll be certain type of things like that. What comes out, though, and that was actually an interesting article somewhere else. Where did I see that? There was a comment somewhere that showed, I don't seem to have it. There was a comment somewhere, though, that was quite interesting, that said, okay, that the average American ate 215 pounds of beef. I do admit that's quite a bit. And they looked at, I don't have it here finally, I thought I did. But, oh, here it is, yeah. Statistics, according to the EPA, so this is for America, the major contributors to greenhouse gases of all kinds from human activity. So transportation, personal and commercial, 29%. I'd seen that before. I know that fits. Electricity generation of all types, 28%. Industry, 22%. Commercial businesses and residential, 12%. And agriculture, 9%. And about a quarter of the agriculture emissions from animal husbandry, or 2.25% of the emissions. So people have an overblown perception of the impact of raising animals. Kind of interesting when you look at that. Also, what was interesting in one of the comments was the ingredients to Burger King's Burger King's Impossible Burger. So, you know, water, soy protein concentrate. Now, of course, if you're really into this, you would say, oh, that's a GMO soy, most possibly. Protein concentrate. Well, you know, you've got to do an industrial process to make protein concentrate. Coconut oil, sunflower oil, natural flavors, 2% or less. Potato protein, methyl cellulose, yeast extract, cultured dextrose, food starch, modified soy something, and then soy protein isolate again. And then there's a whole series of vitamins that have been added, so a whole bunch. Yeah, and then they say that doesn't include the chemicals that are used to turn this into a meat-like substance. So a quarter-pound patty of that is 240 calories. There's still 14 grams of saturated fat. And there's there's no cholesterol. Yeah, well, that's good, isn't it? There's no cholesterol. Anyway, having said that, that's rather processed, isn't it? Now, if you take a good steak from, I was just going to say, from a good farm that does, I was going to say good food, yeah, you will probably have, you know, a lot more proteins and so on, and a lot less of that stuff, and it's a lot less processed. Oh well, anyway, I guess we could say, where's the beef? Well, tell me, what do you think about it? I mean, okay, I guess you can clearly see from the vlog, I'm not a vegan. I've got nothing against eating vegan food, which I actually do, but sometimes, you know, it's just part of this whole mindset these days, is that think like me or we're going to cancel you. Looks like that's what's happening here as well. Well, anyway, maybe with a bit of luck I'll make a barbecue this weekend. But you can barbecue vegetables. Yeah. Okay, anyway. I guess could that qualify as a rant? I guess it could. Okay, coming up to 10 minutes, 9 minutes something. DC signing off. Take care, everybody, and have a good Wednesday. Bye-bye.